Hey guys, what's happening? Here's a quick video, and it just kind of, this is what I do when I drive down a steep grade, a steep hill, you know, when it's windy conditions. Right now it's about 20 degrees, wind chilled, it's probably zero. 6% downgrade right now, and I'm in a 2016 Freightliner DD15 engine, and I got the automatic transmission. A lot of people are just nervous. They're like, God, how's the transmission drive? You know, I'm scared. I've had a 13 speed, a 10 speed, you know, a manual my whole life. Right now, here's an example, okay? This is pretty steep. You know, 6% is pretty good example here. As you can see, I'm in Wyoming right now. I'm just heading over to Kemmerer. And just look at the road, okay? Makes a lot of people nervous, and this is why I want to show you what the automatic can do. Now, I keep it in auto mode because it can sense how much weight I got on the back, and you know, just how much weight my truck has. You know, fuel, I got about oh god, 300 gallons of fuel. And what I do is I just keep it in auto mode, but then what I do is there's 3 positions on the engine brakes, okay? Position 1 is the torque off 2 cylinders. The middle position, the second position is 4 cylinders, and then if you want full engine brakes, the whole engine, you know, uses all 6 cylinders, you know, to help keep control of the truck and your trailer when you're going down. Right now, I don't need all 6. All right, I think that's overkill right now. Okay, I'm still at a 6% grade. It says use lower gear. Now, obviously, in an automatic, you're like, oh my God, you know, wonder if the automatic blows up or what happens, you know, if something goes wrong. And you guys just relax. The automatic transmission, it's got tons of sensors. Even if you break the little handle on the side of the steering wheel, the transmission's still going to sense what you're doing. Okay, I just use 4 cylinders, you know, position number 2. And you can see I'm just going like 1500 RPM. I don't know if you can see down at the dash right now, but I'm about 1500 RPM, about 35 miles per hour, you know, which is comfortable for me. I've got the whole road to myself. And when I drive in snow like this, and I do it a lot, I go to Montana, Wyoming, Denver, I've done it all. And I'm not saying that this is a textbook advice, but this is what just works for me. You know, and I drive about 13,000 miles a month, give or take. But do you see over to the right there? Okay, can you hear a little bit of a hum? I'm on that grid that they chisel out. I don't know what it's called, but you know how they chisel out the freeway so it makes a real loud, you know, it's kind of like your alert or your warning that you're too far over to the right. Sometimes when I drive in snow like this, I like to keep the right side of my tires right on it. And it vibrates a little bit. It's not as annoying as if the road was dry, because then it's really loud. But right now, all those grooves are all filled in with snow. But still, if I can get a little extra traction, you know, I'm definitely going to do it. So I'm still at a 6% grade. I'm in no hurry. And like I said, what I'm worried about with new drivers is they panic. They feel like they got to go faster because somebody's in back of them. But just take your time. If you're nervous, then go ahead and put the engine brakes to position 3, which is all 6 cylinders, completely using the torque. And right now, you know, here, I'll go down. I'm in 2 now. Okay, right now I'm in 6. Now listen. You hear that? You got 1,900 pounds of torque. And I've got my hands off. All right, I'm sorry, I got my foot off the throttle. Okay, and look, it's already slowed me down to 25, 20. I mean, it'll almost stop me. There's so much torque. There's 1,900 pounds of torque on these DD15s. Okay, and like I said, it's overkill. So I'm gonna go up to just position number 2 and just use 4 cylinders. And actually, I'm a little flatter now. I'm only gonna use position 1, which is 2 cylinders of torque. And you can kind of hear, you know, it's safe, I'm in control. I'm going about 30-something miles an hour. And granted, there's no cars, which is nice. Some people like to kind of crowd the middle of the lane. And if you feel comfortable, you know, by all means, you know, you got the whole road to yourself. Just make sure that you can see a mile or 2 ahead, because you don't want to crowd the middle if you have oncoming traffic. But like I said, I just kind of stick to the middle on this road, and then sometimes I'll just go over, and you might be able to hear when I'm on that, well, it's kind of filled with snow, but when I hit that warning grid there, it's definitely loud as hell when it's a dry road. So anyway, this is a 6% grade. I just wanted to show you real quickly, you know, don't don't feel like the automatic transmissions, and like I tell everybody, if you had an automatic 10-20 years ago, they were pretty bad. I think most people will agree, but I'm a big fan of the automatic. You know, my personal favorite, if I had a manual, is a 13-speed. But I've put about 250,000 miles, no, probably about 365, probably dang near 400,000 miles now on the new automatics. And I've been down Cabbage, Grapevine, Sisters. Here I'm going down this hill right now. I've had nothing but just the best experience with the automatic. It's just so dang easy to drive. You know, I'm a much safer driver, actually. Faster, just get out of traffic and backing up. You know, a lot of people, when you first start driving, the worst thing in the world is backing up. You know, it's embarrassing. You miss the, I mean, oh man, I could probably do a 20-part series on videos on how to back up properly. But, you know, if you're a new driver, just hang in there. In a year or two, you know, you drive these things like it's a Volkswagen VW Beetle. You know, that's the beauty about driving. The more you do it, you're just gonna get better. You can watch movies, watch YouTube clips, have your best friend tell you how to drive, but there's just nothing like experience. And don't be shy to go to a shopping mall. If you're lucky enough to where you can drive just the tractor, or maybe you have to take the trailer with you, but you know, if you find a parking lot and you're early, you know, and if you drive for a big carrier like Swift or maybe Pride or England or something, call your dispatch and just say, hey, you know what, I'm an hour or two early, but I got a giant parking lot, and on the GPS it might show me, you know, going back and forth. But don't be shy to kind of practice, because I think your dispatch guy, he'll go, no, go ahead, you know, you're just going to be kind of going back and forth practicing parking. But just because you get to your load doesn't mean you have to hurry and shut off and just sit there. You know, call your dispatch and just tell them you want to practice backing up, or maybe just parking, you know, by yourself, you know, and set things up. But I'm gonna do a lot of videos on how I back up and how I taught myself, because it's a mathematic thing. After a while, you'll see how easy. I mean, I've made it so easy. I wish I would have had videos to watch like I can make now, but it took me a year to kind of figure things out, and you'll figure it out at your own pace. Some people get it like in a week. Some people take years and years. Some people are so scared of manual driving and grinding gears and everything else, but that all comes as well. But I'm a big fan of the automatic. I've drove enough miles manual, but I love these automatics. So, all right. Hopefully this video taught you a couple things. And like I said, this isn't the right or wrong way. This just works for me. And right now, like I said, I'm gonna put 4. I'm gonna put position 2, and you can see how nice and traction. You can feel the tires digging in, and you got plenty of control on a 6% downgrade. But the automatic feels good, man. It's a good product. So, all right, man, that's enough. I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.